Expectations are a killer, you guys. Expectations are a killer if you ask me, and I feel like Caleb Williams could never have win from losing. Honestly speaking, I say that because he came into the draft with so much hype. It was almost impossible for him to live up to the expectations that were placed on him. I heard people saying that he was going to throw for 4,000 yards, 5,000 yards. I heard Hall of Famer. I've heard Patrick Mahomes comparisons. He was going to revamp the Chicago Bears franchise, take them to the playoffs for the first time. Dare I say Super Bowl? NFC championships, AFC championship. I'm like, whoa. I posted a video about this a while ago at the beginning of the season. I'm like, let's bring down the expectations. Yes, he is great. Yes, he is talented. He's very, very talented, uniquely talented, if you ask me, but he will still be a rookie. This is not college. He's not going to be able to do the same things that he did in college, the same way in NFL. There will be an adjustment period. And when that happens, now everyone's like, maybe Jaden should have went number one. Maybe he's not what we thought he was. All these different things. Now the offensive coordinator has been fired from the Chicago Bears. I don't know if Matt Eberflus is still there because he was there last year and Justin Fields didn't look great. They got rid of him. And now Caleb doesn't look great. So it can't just be every quarterback, right? At some point, we got to hold the head coach responsible because you are the head coach. You're responsible for everything in the organization as a head coach. It goes through you. But nevertheless, we're going to watch just a little bit of Caleb's college highlights, just a little bit. And then we're going to fast forward till now because something happened. And I think I figured out what it is. And I want to see if you guys agree with me.
Hero play. 4-6. Washington in the slot. Williams was looking there, closed off. Comes back. Boy, that head is on a swivel. It was really impressive. And now a touchdown throw to Brendan Rice.
Blocking for Marcus Dupree at fullback. Jimmy.
Austin Jones in the backfield, and here goes Caleb Williams. Go deep, young man. And one out. Touchdown, Brendan Rice.
3rd and 14. Four-man pressure again. Williams incomplete. Johnson and Kmet in the backfield. Williams, pressure coming late, and down he goes. There's John Johnson in the backfield. Here comes pressure from Pettis, and down goes Williams again. The 6th sack of...
I'm not an NFL player. I'm not a football player. I have never played football, maybe for fun, a little bit here and there. But in no way, shape, or form am I on any level even close to this, right? Like, no professional athlete on this side, just from a fan's perspective. I really honestly feel like the biggest difference between college and between NFL is that I feel like in college, his level of talent was so far above the rest. I feel like he got passed on his natural instincts, his natural God-given abilities to do certain things that most couldn't. Everybody has a gift. I always say this, and I believe this in my heart of hearts. We all have a gift. Like they say, right? Some people are born with it. Others, they develop it, they nurture it, and then some never get it. I feel like Caleb Williams was literally born with an exceptional level of talent when it comes to football. And I feel like that has gotten him by all these years. And now that he's in the NFL, it's catching up. I feel like the things that he was able to get away with in college, he's not able to get away with anymore. Because now you're amongst the best of the best. Right now, you're not the standout anymore. You're not. Right now, you're another guy who's just as talented as Jaden Daniels. Bo Nix looks pretty good, although he was in college for a while, so he has a lot of experience. He's not even a rookie to me. He just feels like he's been there, and he's been there all this time. Drake May, is looking pretty decent. I know he didn't even start the season. He got put in there after Jacoby, couldn't really deliver. And even he has seemed to kind of, find his own footing. I feel like Caleb is struggling, and I think that's the difference. I feel like it looks to me as if the fundamentals he needs to develop. I feel like they did not set him up with the best quarterback development coach. I feel like Jaden came into it obviously with talent, maybe at the same level of instinct as Caleb. And I'm not saying that the talent is far off. Personally, I don't believe it's far off. I'm not saying that Caleb is way ahead and Jaden's way behind. But I feel like they set him up for success. They have Dan Quinn. They got rid of the owner. Like they did a whole entire, revamp of that organization. And I feel like the Bears, they did what they could for the roster. They set Caleb up, with a lot more talent. They put some veterans around him. They got Swift. They got, Allen. They put a lot of pieces around him to ensure that they could win games. But like I always say, if you want a team to be successful, it goes from the top of the organization down. I don't like to say anyone should lose their job because we all have bills in this economy. It's just not what it is, right? Even for millionaires, everybody got bills. So I'm not saying that Matt Eberflus, I'm championing him to get fired. It's the holidays too, right? And I have a heart, but I don't think that he's the coach for the Chicago Bears. Now they got rid of the offensive coordinator. You had a chance to hire Cliff Kingsbury, who is known to develop quarterbacks. Why would you not hire him? Why would you hire someone who just came from the Panthers and he didn't do a great job with Bryce Young, who was #1 last year? That I don't know who's why would you make that kind of decision, that kind of choice? Why not go with someone who has a proven record of success? Now, I know Cliff did not do good as head coach, but what he always was able to do, according to others, or what I've read, was develop quarterbacks. Why not hire someone to develop a quarterback? And Matt Eberflus, to me, you are the head coach. So I don't want to hear, well, I'm not the defensive coordinator, I'm not the OC. You are the head coach. It's been quite a few games now. If you see that what the offensive coordinator is doing, how he's developing him, the plays that are being called or not working, I expect you as a head coach to step in and find some other kind of way to allow Caleb to play to his strengths. And that's a big thing. And I feel like, to me, that's the mark of a great coach. When you can take talent and find a way for them to be able to be the best versions of themselves and be successful and grow and evolve. And I think that very few have that. I feel like Mike Tomlin, to me, he to me is a generational talent when it comes to coaching, okay? Because he knows how to find ways to win. Whatever talent you give him, he is going to find a way to win with it. And it could be lesser talent, it could be good talent, mediocre, whatever, elite talent. He's still going to win games. He may not get to the Super Bowl, but damn it, he's going to put his team in the best place to even be able to contend. And some other teams that have more talent are not even nearly as close. And I'm like, that's because you're trying to make sometimes players be what you want them to be. You want them to fit into this mold of, okay, I want the quarterback to do this, run like this, throw like this. And that might be how you know the coach. It might be something that you feel more comfortable with. But if the player is not able to fit within that mold, then how are you helping them? Honestly speaking, that's honestly my take on it. I don't think there's anything wrong with Caleb. I think he is holding the ball a little bit too long. I feel like now that he's taking a lot of heat because he went #1 overall and he has such high expectations, and everyone else in the class is looking better than he is. I feel like there might be a little bit of a lack of confidence because, coming into it, he was very confident. I mean, he's the same one that called the punter and was like, look, you don't have to worry about punting so much, right? And I was like, okay, that's very, very ballsy to say before you even step foot on the NFL field. But okay, I'm on a judge. We'll see what happens. And it's not working out the way he wanted to. But he's carrying himself in a classy manner. He's not getting too Debbie Downer. I just hope that whatever they choose to do, they do it before they ruin his confidence, to me, like Bryce Young. I don't know why we have this notion now that because you were the man in college and in high school, and you had, let's say, 40 touchdowns in high school and college, you had 30, you're going to come to the NFL and you're going to drop all these touchdowns and it's just going to be what it was. No. The same people that were chasing him on college football ain't the same. You got grown-ass men behind you now, and they're knocking him on his ass. It does not look the same at all. He does not have the same luxury to kind of wing it and figure out, okay, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. No. They are knocking you on your ass. You got to get that ball out faster. You're not doing what you did in college, bro. I feel like he legit got by on his natural God-given talent, and I feel like the fundamentals were what he needs to develop. And I think that's it. Having that clock in your head, knowing, okay, I got to release it sooner, knowing to do this, knowing how to do that. Maybe I got to, throw under. Maybe I got to, those little things, those little intangibles, I feel like he has to learn. And ultimately, I don't think he can be taught it. I feel like he has to grow through it. And I just hope that whatever happens next, they put him in the best position to grow through it and not just go through it and then ruin him. And next thing you know, he's on the bench. He's a backup to a backup. He doesn't get a chance to be the ultimate talent that we think he's capable of being. But what do you guys think about Caleb Williams, about the coaching situation in its entirety in Chicago? And how do you think Caleb can be developed? What do you think, honestly, is the issue with Caleb and why he's not looking the same way he did in college? Why he seems to be regressing as opposed to improving? I want to hear your thoughts. I'm curious to know. Thank you for watching. Of course, I'll see you in the next video.